Hi, Omega Khaos here again, with another real-life deck profile, and this time I am showing my update Rank-Up Heraldic Beast deck. So this is going to be the last deck profile without a tripod, so hopefully I will get it soon, and then the real-life deck profiles will be a lot better without the shaky camera and all that. So yeah, this deck has changed quite a bit. So let's go at this deck. So of course first the monsters. First of course free Heraldic Beast. I don't think I have to explain much. The main search of the deck. Free Heraldic Beast Double Conway. Also pretty good to just recycle your Heraldic Beast monsters, and of course a wind attribute for lightning Chitori plays. Then free Heraldic Beast Office Piano, so good for of course Axis plays, because it's the only Heraldic Beast that can spell someone itself. Of course combos well with Leo as well, so you don't lose that much card advantage. And the last Heraldic Beast is Heraldic Beast Unicorn, of course to revive your Psych type Xyz monsters. So very essential card for this deck. I think still free is too good not to run. It can become cloggy at times, but I still think it's way too good and not to run at 3. I used to run a Heraldic Beast Windhead Eagle as well, but that card is just way too mediocre. Then the other monsters that are rank 4 enablers, because of course the only Heraldic Beast that can spell summon itself is Office Piano. So a triple Khaos, of course, for Xyz summons, and then the Heroic Engine, Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd, of course Cyber Dragon ability, piercing, and can search heroic cards when you pick the power damage with this card. So either itself or this card, Heroic Challenger 1000 Blades. So because when you take damage with this card, you can just revive it in attack position once per turn. So might even consider running Enter Mage Trick Clown in this deck when it comes out, but I'm not sure. It depends on the rarity, as well as that combo requires Lava Chain, and that card is pretty expensive as well, and gets even more expensive once that card actually comes out. So we'll see about that. So that was the monsters. Now let's see the spell cards. So first of course it's a Rank-Up Beast deck, so Rank Magic Limited Variance Force, the main Rank Magic, really good of course. To go into your Chaos number 106 by ranking up number 18, or of course Chaos number 101 take some spells on monsters, or go into Chaos number 69, which is of course 4 attack beta, and you can revive it with Unicorn as well. I don't run Numeron Force anymore because it wasn't really that great, and you don't want to clog your hands with multiple Rank Magics. And I still don't run 7th one anymore as well, because Utopic Dragon is not really necessary in this deck. But once Shining number 0 comes out in the TCG, I might consider running 7th one again. Then of course the most powerful spell in this deck, Advanced Herald Art. Of course a 1 card Xyz summon, and you didn't even use the normal summon that turn, so a very good power card. The last spell is 2 Pot of Dichotomy. The problem with this deck sometimes is that you run out of monsters very quickly, so this card helps you to recycle your resources and of course get some extra advantage, and you can make it live pretty much with one Heraldic Patriarch, so it's not it's not it's not that often pretty much, so yeah. But I might consider taking one out, but we'll see. So that was the spells. Now let's see the traps. Of course, I still run the 2 Mind Over Matter. Of course, you tribute your number 18 Heraldic Patriarch for this, and then you get pretty much the Sworn Judgment effect, and then you of course trigger your Patriarch's effect as well, so it's really good. And of course you can just revive your number 18 to of course tribute it for this as well. So it's live pretty much almost all the time, but of course sometimes it can become groggy, but I still think it's too good not to run. Might even run 3 actually. Then Sworn Boning, of course very powerful. Mind's Emptiness, really broken still. Compulsive Action Device, of course. Bottomless Trap Hole. Don't Tribute. Bottom Mass Destruction. 2 Mirror Force, more Mass Destruction. And now I also run 2 Dimensional Prison. Just so I can get rid of monsters that have destruction immunity or have effects in the graveyard. And finally 2 Finish Chain. So that was traps and the whole main deck. Now let's see the extra deck. So of course Khaos number 69, Heraldic Explorer, 4000 attack beater, and of course when your opponent declares an attack, all of their cards are destroyed, if they're of course dumb enough to attack when this guy is on the field. Well, it has happened quite many times actually, and it was of course very funny when it actually happened. Then of course Khaos number 101, Sun Honor Dark, my favorite Xyz monster, and of course very powerful. Of course when your opponent puts out a lot of monsters, this card can get rid of them. Then Chant Red Hand, of course one of the key cards in this deck. You rank up number 18 into this, and you're then guaranteed to get off the effect of number 18. It doesn't even matter if you use this card's effect or not, of course. But it is very powerful sometimes. Most of your opponent can bait it out, but it's still very nice. Of course it's a monetary effect, so you have to be careful. Then I don't run Khaos number 18 anymore, of course, because I know only run 3 Rank-Up 6 in total, and that card is way too risky to use as well. Okay, number 8, Heraldic King Genome Heritage. This card is back in this deck. Of course, it's the only non-generic rank 4 in this deck. And of course, it's good against other Xyz monsters, and then you copy their effects. So it's a pretty decent card, but I'm not sure if I will keep it in or not. Then 2, number 18, Heraldic Patriarch, becomes the main Xyz monster in this deck. So you can get your Heraldic Beasts to the graveyard. You can rank up this into your Khaos number 106 or Khaos number 69. Its first effect is not really relevant at all. It's only good against decks that use a lot of monsters with the same name. So yeah, it's a very good card. And of course you can tribute it for Mind Over Matter. Then 2, number 101, Santa Arc. Of course I use 2 because I don't have Castle currently. Of course I will get it once the Megatins are released, but for now 2 101s is fine. Then number 80, Rhapsody in Berserk, of course, to banish cards from the opponent's graveyard. Then Luggage Story, actually it's another non-generic rank 4. So yeah, it's of course really good. You have of course 6 wind attribute monsters in this deck, so it's not hard to summon at all. And it's of course a very powerful card. Then 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, of course, very powerful, and one of my favorite Xyz monsters. Then Korkon, Antluminous Knight, of course pretty good. King of Fair Imps to search kaartikaartidega. And one Abyss Dweller. Of course, to shut down graveyard effects. I also tried out Khaos Samurai in this deck, but quite honestly, it's not really that necessary in this deck because your Heraldic Beast monsters have a pretty high attack anyways. That double attack for 3800 is not really even that great in here. And finally, of course, Cowboy for that 800 last damage. So that was my update Rank-Up Heraldic Beast deck. It's a very nice deck, my current main deck and my most competitive deck currently. So I hope you enjoyed this real life deck profile. Of course, the next deck profile is going to be with a tripod. So for now, goodbye and Khaos out.